What are we doing?
Little quick meeting, just a couple add-ups I want to input.
John Wick, I'm not FTO, brother.
Once you get into the suit, you're automatic FTO, sir.
Copy that, thank you, sir.
Anyone in a suit is automatic FTO program. All right, gentlemen. For the FTO program, I'm gonna make this a very short meeting so it doesn't bother nobody. Starting today, we will be adding some additional classes to the FTO program before having them given to any officer. What are those additional things that I want to add up? And after I say that, I also want you guys' opinion, whether yes or no, because this is not only my decision, this is the whole FTO program decision. So I want to take everybody's opinion about it and what do you all think about it. I do want to add an additional to the taser training. A little small, someone shooting that suspect while he is zigzagging and avoiding that in order for him to pass the taser training. Reason why I want to add that to the taser training is because a lot of people intend to shoot in the green zone instead of using their taser, and how we going to teach them to avoid someone is shooting at them and using the taser properly to keep them away from any kind of harm of someone submitting a green ticket on them. One. Number two, in the macro class, when we are given the macro class, we are to make sure all of their macros are corrected and done. We will be changing one macro, just a minor change. Bounty, if you can throw up that macro for the green zone, please, here, so we can see for the FTO. We're gonna change that macro to sound like this for all the new officers. If you can see, you have 10 seconds or you will be tased, handcuffed, detained, or jailed. That way, you already set it in the macro in case someone has their mic not saying something and you cannot hear their mic or something like that. Uh, that's how we do it. One more class I do want to add after the taser training is the class of the tracker use. I have received several complaints, and I think, Raiga, you have noticed one of those complaints with me of officers actually putting trackers onto a dead body. After they're dead, they're putting trackers on them and they're going to jails and they're submitting green tickets on us. We don't want to lose these officers. We want to actually teach them when to use that tracker and when not to use it because it's a dead angle. It's either good or bad. If you know how to use it, it's a great. If you don't know how to use it, then you're abusing it and you're getting people upset about the department. Um, Also, with that training will be added how to use your uh, drone. Want to add that to it. And lastly, after the test drive, we want to add the violation class. What is the violation class? I want them to understand where to put those violation in the categories. A lot of people they come in, they only have the administrative violation that they can add. They put 1.7 there, they put 2.5 there, they put everything they have. So this is my
Also,
input. Yes, sir.
um, one thing I noticed as well, Wick, to that violation that you brought up, is how the criminal, the administrative, and the civil are mixed up. It's not in row. It's not one, two, three. So it's basically, I think civil is the third one, criminal is like the first one, and administrative, I think, is the second one. I'm
Yeah.
not looking at it right now, but I believe that's how it
Yeah.
is. So yeah, I've noticed that people are putting one as a top one, two as a second one, and then three as a third one.
Copy that. I'm gonna let my commander speak right after me. Let's see what he's got to say about all of this meeting, real quick. Right? You are assistant of the department. Please, if you have any input, go ahead, sir.
No, I don't have anything to add to that. I think everything's going pretty well. I do think we need to host more violations classes. I think people need to understand those and RPs as well.
So do you guys all agree into adding all these additional things to the FTO program before giving anybody um, their badge?
Yes.
Tenfold, so yes.
Okay,
Yes.
do I have agreement on everybody saying that? So starting today, we will implement this. Commander?
Yeah, so I think Bounty's been doing a good job with doing like HP scenarios and showing people like how to use the macros, and I think Bounty's been doing a good job with that. Yeah, I agree with that. But also, the people complaining about us using our macros or not reading our macros are the same people that don't use their macros at all. So it's kind of that's hard to deal with too.
All right, gentlemen. I don't want this meeting to take too much of our time. Starting today, those will be implementing to our training. Nobody gets their badge unless all of these are implemented in their training before heading out to the streets. I don't want no officer to get their badge unless they know the categories where they put their violation in. And you, as a FTO, you must test them and make sure they are doing it correctly. And just like James said, that is very important because all we all know any officer who comes to this department, what's the first area they go to make an arrest? HP.
HP.
They have to know how to handle HP. And it falls on the FTO program to make sure they are aware of how to use it.
Yeah, the only problem I see with that is there's not always an FTO online when these badged officers are online, so they're just taking opportunities where they can get them.
I was gonna ask. I guess I'm gonna piggyback off a Riot Guy. If there is two badged officers out on a 10-12 and there's an FTO roaming, can they call an FTO just to verify the
Wait,
arrest?
wait. You're using your walkie-talkie, Shane. Please,
Sorry,
you're
sorry.
using your
Wrong one.
walkie-talkie.
So two badged officers riding along together, can they call an officer that is an FTO just to verify the arrest instead of having to have an FTO always ride along? Gotcha.
I will speak actually. See, we had this issue before, but now the department don't have this issue where we didn't have enough officers to take people on 10-12. For freshly new badged officer, it's not gonna be in an input. I'm gonna tell the chief about it. If he can agree to it, then we'll proceed. Letting all the unbadged officer actually to go with more preferably an FTO officer out there or a suited officer before they go on a ride along. I don't want them to go out with an officer that is a badged officer like them. Both of them, they don't know what's going on. But if it's an FTO officer, I'm sure they will learn more, they will observe more, and understand more. At least a few arrests with an FTO officer before they can go with another officer. I will talk to the chief. Maybe this will be a great approach for our department before people start making mistakes.
Sorry, I had to pick up a call.
No worries. And gentlemen, I want to say one more thing. I know how frustration it is when we are actually training in PDG and people are actually interrupting us. You have the right to tell them to go all the way down onto all the way in the hallway. And if they refuse, people are staying in a PDG and bothering you or shooting in the range. Please forward that to me. I will take it to the chief so people can start taking this more serious and more into consideration. People staying in a PDG and just interrupting the FTO when we are spending a little bit of over probably half hour just making sure they get their one PD2 and someone is actually annoying us and making us redo all these things. It's not nice, right? So if you see someone is doing that, please forward that to me. I will take it to the chief. This needs to stop, and people actually needs to start respecting the FTO program when we are doing training in the PDG. Any further questions? All right, looks like we are clear, guys. Thank you so much for all what you guys have been doing, and I appreciate you. But again, I repeat, starting today, we are to implement all these extra training that I've talked about. A person will not pass their badge until they get their violations and that extra training partial that is added, including the tracker. Make sure you tell those people They are to use their tracker only if the person is still alive, not when he is dead. Yes, Jake.
My bad. I was late.
Yes, sir. No problem. Congratulations, Kenji. Go ahead, Jake.
Congrats, Mr. Ken.
Right, thank
What
you.
what I was saying.
Oh, we got Jason and Johnny. Okay, good. Go ahead, Jake.
So I was saying, do we have to like post those new classes in Discord that we do?
Yes. Yes.
For
I think if you guys want to see how the taser training was conducted, I think Bounty posted in one recently about how he did it, and that's how I wanted to.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
Good
afternoon,
afternoon.
Lola.
All right. All right, sir. Thank you.
No problem. Go ahead.
Oh, all right. Copy, sir. 10-4.
10-4.
All right. For who came in new, so I can just Johnny Sins and Jason. Everybody else is dismissed. Only Johnny Sins and Jason, so I can tell you guys what's going on. Since you're both in FTO program, we are going to be adding a couple extra classes for people to be finishing their badge, which will be a little bit of extra on their training in the taser macro where they do the zigzag method. There's a video of Bounty has posted it in training log. You guys can look at it in there, and I will also share it in the FTO program. One more thing before they get their badge, they need to have teaching class. You are to ask them and make sure they put violations in the right category before they can pass their test. With that being said, in the macro class, when we do the macro class and we make sure every macro is correctly in order and we're doing a little minor change to the macro where the green zone is. And that will be it. Starting now, we are implementing the class for the violation before making sure the person gets their badge.
All right, copy, sir.
All right, sir.
Understood, sir.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Come with me. Are you busy, James? Come with me, James.